rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'm a finisher. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm on them, just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into ya. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them biblicals. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a...
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll see Nick Bolton, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, all that and more, coming up next.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
I think what we're seeing from him means the future has arrived, because I think most teams are looking for that hybrid running back. The guy who can run it, of course, but who can catch it as well. And those catching skills, exactly why they chose him early in the draft.
Yeah, it's one thing to have a catch for 5-10 yards. It's another to be able to break off a long play like that.
Yeah, we saw it in college, his ability to spread out, catch the football. He's brought it to the NFL as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Throwing Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They'll try and throw for it here. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Raiders at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Counter play with Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones able to find Isabella. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And Oliver. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that's complete to Cooks. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions. And
those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. After 1, 7-3 the score. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Singletary again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want him to catch the football first.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 3rd catch in this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's complete. On the move past the 40. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed of touchdown. Travis Kelce.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down. Jones. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, two's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw again. Waller taking it in over the middle. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that is no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Singletary. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this... And he is in! Touchdown, Kansas City! Devin Singletary, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Throwing Jones. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Yeah,
you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Jones on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. We have played 3 quarters. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Now Jones. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Singletary to get the drive started. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Singletary. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Singletary. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this out just shy of midfield. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in.
I just scraped it off the top.